Jeannie Seely, the country music legend who made history by stepping onto the Grand Ole Opry stage more times than anyone else, passed away on August 1st, 2025. She was 85 years old. Now, as fans, friends, and fellow artists prepare to say goodbye, her funeral has been announced and it's going to be unlike any other. Jeannie's final farewell will not be held in a traditional way. Instead of a small church or private hall, her public memorial will take place at the place she loved the most, the Grand Ole Opry. That same stage where she performed 5,397 times will now host her last and most emotional show. Her team is calling it Jeannie Seely's 5,398th Opry show. This idea is as unique as Jeannie herself. It shows how deeply connected she was to the Opry, to country music, and to her fans. For her, the Opry wasn't just a stage, it was home. She once said that she felt most alive and most herself when she was on that stage, singing to the people who loved her music. So it makes sense that her journey will end there where it truly began. Her funeral will be held on Thursday, August 14, 2025, at 10 a.m. Central Time. The event will be public, meaning anyone who wishes to attend and pay their respects is welcome. It will also be broadcast live on 650 AM WSM, the same station that aired her Opry performances for decades. And for those who can't be there in person or tune in on the radio, the service will also be live streamed online, allowing fans from all over the world to join in and say goodbye. This kind of funeral isn't just unusual, it's also incredibly meaningful. It tells a story about who Jeannie was, how she lived her life, and what she stood for. She was someone who believed in doing things differently, in staying close to her roots, and in putting her heart into every performance. Even now, she's doing all of that one last time. In the days following her passing, her fans and fellow artists shared countless memories. People described her as warm, honest, funny, and full of soul. They remembered her smile, her laugh, and how she always made time for everyone, whether they were a star or a stranger. Some fans shared that they had grown up listening to her songs with their parents or grandparents. Others said that her music had helped them through tough times, heartbreaks, and healing. Jeannie's death was due to complications from an intestinal infection. Her team shared that she had been struggling with health problems for nearly a year. After the loss of her husband, Gene Ward, in December 2024, her health began to decline. She was open with her fans about some of what she was going through. Undergone 2 abdominal surgeries, and she spent 10 days in the ICU still. Even while fighting illness, she remained brave, strong, and full of life. She kept showing up to events when she could, smiling for photos, and telling her fans she loved them. That's who she was: strong, loyal, and always full of love. She didn't let her pain show. Instead, she focused on others. And now others are showing their love for her. The funeral at the Opry will be filled with music and stories. Fellow country singers will speak and perform in her honor. They will sing songs that Jeannie loved, and maybe some that she wrote or made famous. There may be tears, but there will also be smiles, because Jeannie didn't want people to mourn her in silence. She wanted them to celebrate her life. This service isn't only for famous singers and music insiders. It's for everyone. That's why it's being broadcast and streamed. It's a chance for her fans from Nashville to New York, from Texas to Tokyo, to feel like they're there. It's a way to make sure no one is left out of her final goodbye. Grand Ole Opry itself holds a very special place in this story. For Jeannie, it wasn't just a venue, it was a family. She made history there, not just for how often she performed, but for how much she gave to that stage. She was the first woman to host segments of the show regularly. She broke dress code rules by being the first to wear a miniskirt on the stage. She helped change how people thought about women in country music. Even in her 80s, she stayed active, mentoring younger artists, making appearances, and recording music. Her age never slowed her down. Instead, it gave her even more reason to keep going, to inspire, and to shine. Many expect that after her funeral, tributes to Jeannie will continue in other forms. There may be special tribute performances at future Opry shows. A room or dressing space at the Opry House may be named after her. Some fans are even hoping for a posthumous album release or a biography about her life. Her story is just too powerful to be forgotten. Jeannie's funeral also brings attention to something bigger, the way older female artists in country music are honored, or often not honored enough. For years, many felt that women like Jeannie didn't get the credit they deserved. But this funeral, being held on such a grand and respected stage, helps to change that. It sends a message. Women matter. Legends matter. Their stories deserve to be told properly. As the day of the funeral comes closer, fans are preparing in their own ways. Some are planning trips to Nashville to attend the service in person. Others are collecting her albums, watching old videos of her Opry performances, and writing messages of love and thanks on social media. Some are writing about how they met her, even if it was just for a minute. They describe how kind she was, how she treated them like equals. Many fans remember how Jeannie used to thank her audience after every performance, calling them the best part of the show. That humility and love made her more than a singer, it made her a true star. As the clock ticks toward August 14th, the country music world holds its breath. That day will be full of emotion. People will gather at the Opry House, take their seats, and prepare for a service that will feel more like a concert. There will be lights, flowers, and maybe a few video clips showing Jeannie through the years. And then the music will begin. Voices will fill the hall, some strong, some breaking with emotion. And maybe, just maybe, a recording of Jeannie's own voice will play at the end, like a final encore, because that's what this is. Not just an ending, but an encore. Her last appearance, her final bow, her 5,398th Opry show. And while it will be hard to say goodbye, fans can take comfort in knowing that Jeannie Seely lived the life she wanted. She sang the songs she believed in. She stood up for what was right. And she loved deeply her music, her fans, and her stage. No matter where you are on August 14th, if you loved Jeannie Seely, you'll feel something. You might cry, or smile, or sing along. But one thing is certain, you'll remember her, because she made sure we would.